Welcome back to Brentford Fan TV. I'm Freddie.
And I'm Ben, and today we are doing our Chelsea preview. This game is on Sunday, and let's start. So, Chelsea currently are in second on incredible form, and I think it'll be a very difficult game to win.
Yeah, they're one of the most informed teams in the country, probably. And, I mean, looking at that Spurs game, I was really surprised that they went on to win, because when they went 2-0 down to Spurs, I thought it's going to be one of those games where Spurs are just at it, but Chelsea, fair play to them, from 2-0 down, they just fought back and they kept going, and I think that young team has a really good mentality that's instilled into them by their manager, and they just seem unstoppable right now.
Yeah, and it's surprising they got Enzo Maresca from the Championship, and it usually doesn't work bringing up managers like a jump. They never usually have this much success.
For example, Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
And it didn't work for him.
That was a bad choice. But yeah, it's just like he's turned this Chelsea team around from their previous season's form and actually got these players working well.
Yeah. And
they've actually got a game this Thursday, but I don't think it'll affect our game in any way because they've got so many players. They can have a separate squad for each tournament because they're playing in the Conference League. So.
Yeah, and also Cole Palmer isn't actually signed up to play in the Conference League until the knockout stage, so
he's not even in the squad.
So he'll be rested completely for our game, and he is arguably the main reason, him and the manager, why Chelsea are doing so well, why they've had this success. I saw that since he joined Chelsea a year ago, he's got 50 goal contributions. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I think he's like one of the 5th fastest players to get it at the first club. Fast players to get 50 goal contributions at a club in the Premier League. Yeah,
so honestly, this is not going to be an easy game, of course. They're second in the league. Going into the game, Brentford fans, we might think, this is Chelsea, we win at Stamford Bridge every year, which we do.
3 times in the past 3 years, yeah.
But honestly, I feel like this one could be different. But we need to go in with that belief. We need to go in with the belief that we beat Chelsea every time, not the attitude that we don't win away.
Yes, because our current away form is horrid.
Yes.
We've got 1 point away this entire season, and it was a 0-0 draw against Everton.
Yeah. So we've had difficult away games, and we have thrown away certain games in the 90th minute. That game didn't happen though. Anyway. We have had difficult away games, and the 1 point we did get, we were down to 10 men. So
it was a fair result on the day.
And we haven't lost at home yet, and we have played the easier teams at home, Newcastle being probably the first challenge. But then again, their away form's not that good.
Yeah.
So, moving on to Brentford and our previous form. We played Newcastle last week. Yeah. We got a brilliant 4-2 win. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it was great. It started off as most games go at Brentford, where we'd score, they'd score again, we'd score and they'd score again. But then in the second half, we absolutely played brilliant football. We outclassed them, and we got 2 more goals to seal the deal. Yeah,
that second half we played them off the park.
Yeah, it
was a completely deserved win after that second half. Because I remember at half time, I said to the vlog, I'm really annoyed. Because they've been the better side, I'd admit, but it's so frustrating to go a goal up twice, and within each lead you've then conceded within 3 minutes. So it was really a really frustrating game, but then by the end of the game we're over the moon. And
it was incredible. And it's good to see the players that scored. Brian Mbeumo's back in form. There's only been one game he's had. Previous games where he hasn't played as well, and he's been quiet. Yeah. But this game he scored that first goal. He got a couple more contributions.
Yes, right. Yeah, he got an assist as well. Yeah. And he set up that Sharda goal. And I wanted to outline a few players who played really well in that game, who aren't Brian Mbeumo and Wissa, or Collins, for example, or Sharda, the people who scored. I was really impressed with Yarmouk. He looked so comfortable for me, just slotting into the midfield, like he did against Villa actually, but I thought he was so comfortable just slotting into the midfield, and that sort of then leads on to Norgard of how good he was for us, because we dominated that midfield while playing Yarmouk and Carvalho, who are young attacking players, and Norgard's the only holding one, and so I thought he was incredible all game with his general play. He set up Brian for the first goal, and a bit of a talking point I wanted to talk about was he's in the last year of his contract, and he said in an interview, "I have not received an offer yet." A bit like the Mo Salah situation recently, actually.
I'm a bit worried now because Norgard's a crucial part of our team.
Yeah,
he's the central pillar.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how old he is. I think he's 31. Whatever happens, I hope we at least offer a 1-year extension.
We
at
should
the very
extend
minimum.
His contract.
Because if you think about the midfield, since we've joined the Premier League, it's mainly been Norgard, Janelt, Jensen, our Championship midfield, and and they're all, compared to our other midfielders, they're our 3 most defensive midfielders, and so we do need a change there, but I'd still give him 1 more year at least, because he is that pivotal for us.
Yeah.
But, moving on to other players who played well. Flecken.
Yes.
He saved Collins, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Collins made a quite bad mistake, and it left Isaac almost with a 1v1. Pinnock was there, but he was sort of blocking the goal. But then he went up towards Flecken. He moved away. Flecken looks like he's been beaten. Then out of nowhere, he sort of crawls, doesn't he? And then he swings his arm, getting the ball, and my thoughts exactly were, first of all, an incredible save, but then also not many keepers would even attempt that, would they? Yeah,
it was definitely risky, because you're risking, if he gets it wrong, that could be a red card and a penalty.
Yeah.
And so, he did really well. I guess Pinnock did well to be enough of a distraction to Isaac that he took enough time, so then Pinnock came back, Flecken came back and took the ball from his feet, but it was a great save from Flecken, and Flecken also got an assist that game, which I don't know how he fluked that. I don't know how Newcastle didn't defend it. It was terrible defending, but we take it. And I finally wanted to talk about Thiago, because although he wasn't directly involved in lots of the goals, like as in the assist, in the first goal it was his hold up play to win the ball that was then given to Norgard to the Mbeumo, and then the goal. And in the third goal, where Flecken got the assist, Thiago was holding off the defender, and the ball could then go through to Collins, and he got the goal. So I thought Thiago had a good game, and a good performance. Obviously, there's just not a goal contribution, which most strikers would want. Yeah,
I also think his work rate, pressing and general play was really good, considering it was his first start at the Premier League. He kind of, I can't think. But his work rate shows that we got a good player there. He's willing to play for the badge, and he was really passionate in celebration as well.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was almost a bit too over the top, but the celebrations were great. Like at full time, after goals, and when he got subbed off, he's like going to players like Pinnock. He's like mentality, and he's like, hold on to this.
Yeah, he was even cheering the crowd up when we were in a corner. It was really good to see.
So he's like a real character we've signed. I was going to say get him scoring goals, but we've got plenty of goals in the team, even without him. But
we've got enough with just Mbeumo and Wissa.
Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. Now, moving on to the predicted 11, it's a bit of a tricky one. First off, deciding if we'd predict a back 4 or back 5, and we went with a back 5 because we usually do that against the big 6. So in goal we've put Flecken. In defence we've put Roslev, Vandenberg, Pinnock, Collins and Keane Lewis Potter. Now, this will be Roslev's first start for us since the Fulham game, where lots of people are blaming him for the last goal or whatever. I think, but if you think about it, we beat Chelsea every year at Stamford Bridge, and Roslev has started every single one of those games. And so, for me, if it's a back 5 and we're playing a big 6, especially Chelsea, you start Roslev.
Yeah, and like people say, why not Ayer? Why not start Ayer there? But I feel like he's only just got back from injury. He hasn't got any minutes at all. I think it's too early just sending him in. Also, Roslev is a good player on the right wing back, because he attacks really well. Link up. He has really good link up play with Brian.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just general crosses as well. I think that's something we've lacked this season, playing centre-backs at full-back and Keane Lewis Potter, who's a right-footed player, on the left. So we've lacked crosses this season, so maybe a few crosses from Roslev against Chelsea will be good. And then in midfield we've put Norgard, Damsgaard and Janelt. There's obviously a question mark over Janelt because he wasn't even in the squad for the last game. And I don't know why. We weren't told anything by Brentford, even now. So we've just got to presume he's not injured. It was just maybe the world's smallest injury that he was.
Maybe he was ill or something.
Maybe he was ill. I saw him in the changing room on that video they put up on Instagram at full time where Thomas Frank does his speech, and so not really sure what's happening with him. But then again, it does feel a bit harsh to drop Carvalho and Yarmouth after both having a good game against Newcastle. Yeah. But that's just the way it works. I think we've got to play our best players for Chelsea away, and I believe that's Norgard, Damsgaard, Janelt.
Also, having it a bit more defensively with Janelt as well as Norgard.
Yeah.
Does two things. It means we got a bit. Even though we play in a back five, we've got extra defensive cover. But that also means Damsgaard could push a bit higher as well.
Yeah.
And play Mbeumo and Wissa on a lot more.
Yeah. And you have to remember, Janelt did score a brace against Chelsea in that 4-1 win.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He's done it. He's done it against Chelsea before, so why not again? And so then, yeah.
Yeah, he's also one of those players to just put in a long shot whenever, and a lot of the times it. Okay, probably most times it doesn't go too well, but then there's the memorable few that go in.
Yeah, I feel like with Brentford, a part of our ideology is creating high XG goals. I've heard Thomas Frank talk about it, and so we take some of the fewest long shots in the league.
Yeah.
Because most of our goals are within the 18-yard box and very central. But occasionally, when we do have a long shot from a goal, it's often an attempt by Janelt, for example, against Fulham, and so. Yeah. But I think he has the ability to do it. It's just
does.
The way he sledgehammers the ball. It just seems to work.
Yeah, and then now onto the attack with probably the most. Actually, no, it's not the most obvious because Flecken's the most obvious pick in the team. Yeah. But then after that, we got Mbeumo and Wissa, who I'd say you can't go wrong with that really.
The best striker partnership in the league, arguably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Because to be fair, not many strikers in the league play together. Teams usually play once.
Yeah, but I have a question for you. How much, if a team came to buy Mbeumo today, how much would you ask for? Just a rough general region.
I'd say 80 to 100 mil.
80 to 100 million?
Maybe not.
Oh, jeez.
No, I just want to keep it.
Oh, right. I was thinking pushing 60 million. And then if you asked me the same for Wissa, I was going to say around 40 million. Because he's a bit older.
Yeah.
I think he might be 29. So let's just say Mbeumo 60 million, Wissa 40 million. How much for a team to buy both? They're saying we want Wissa and Mbeumo from Brentford. How much for both?
So already it would be 100.
Yeah, but you've got to say at least 120 million for.
Probably, yeah, because
you're getting that.
You're taking a key part of our team as well.
And you're gaining that link up.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a bit off topic.
Yeah.
So a front two of Mbeumo and Wissa, but there is a question to be asked. Do we start Thiago because he's more of a target man, very similar to Ivan Toney, and when we play the back five, I feel like, and especially against a big team like Chelsea, we might want to try and go more direct, and so playing Thiago with say Mbeumo or Wissa, feeding off of him, it would benefit us a lot, and I think it would be a good game plan. Yeah. It's very difficult to drop Mbeumo and Wissa.
Yeah, and then again there's Sharda who has that incredible pace.
Yeah.
Incredible turn of pace. You can just get.
It's another escape route.
Also, he goes down, plays a lot down the wing, and he can put in a good cross when needed be, or cut inside and cut back.
So for the first time, it feels like in about 2 years we've got plenty of options.
Yes, it's good times.
I mean, well, I guess apart from at wing back, but in our predicted 11, we've put one actual wing back and then one left winger at wing back. But then lots of people would say if he's fit enough, they'd put a centre back in Aya at right wing back over Roslev.
Or even, actually no, Keane Lewis Potter does better at wing back, I'd say, than left back. But there's even an option of putting Aya left back.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the preview. All there is left to do is our score predictions. And the score predictions are never easy every week. We are competing against each other to see who can get more right predictions. And so...
You're currently 2 ahead.
Yes, although there is an asterisk over one prediction, which we'll talk about later in the season. But we've got to predict Chelsea away. And I want to predict a 4th win in a row at the Bridge.
I do.
So I'm just going to say 2-1 win. And I'm just not going to think about it.
I want to be a bit more realistic, even though I
get some points on the board probably for this battle.
Yeah, but I just with Chelsea's current form, they're second in the league, only behind Liverpool, and they've done incredible this season. And they've got, to be fair, it's mostly their key players in attack and midfield.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, defence has done well as well.
They're doing alright. Yeah, they've got the best attack in the league, and we've got one of the worst defences in the league. But then we have one of the best attacks.
I'm going to say a 3-1 loss.
Yeah.
I'd like to see us win, but this is way more realistic.
The way I'm trying to think about it...
Especially with our current away form as well.
The way I'm trying to think about it is forget away form, forget who they are and who we are. Like, forget form. I'm just trying to think, this is Brentford and Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and we haven't lost at Stamford Bridge yet.
Actually, I'm going to change my prediction.
To what?
3-3.
3-3?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it'll be high scoring.
Wow.
I don't know, I'm
okay.
I don't know, I'm predicting more of what I want than what I think will happen.
Okay, well, I guess a draw's more likely than a win, like I've said, but... I guess that's all there is for the preview.
Thank you guys for watching, and see you. I'll be doing a match day vlog this week, so goodbye.